And hello to all my Aries friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for September of 2021. Now, today they have dialed up a health spread. We're going to set it up in the format of a storyline spread that looks at different stories in regards to the health for different Aries. It looks at 3, 4, maybe 5 different stories. That way, we're really just kind of separating it out. It casts a wide net, and the whole idea is to find the story that's right for you. There may be certain stories that don't resonate with you, and that's okay because it's really about finding the one. Now, a health spread may not sound like the most interesting thing in the world, but they usually turn out to be quite fascinating, I must say. And we also I had a health spread for Aries, not in July, or not in August, but in July. So it's coming up again, and a health spread is extremely rare to be asked to do these. It's just not my normal thing. So for them to be bringing it up for a general reading for you, obviously some major things we need to address. Now, at the end of the reading, they have asked that I do a chakra scrub. So now we're not only talking about physical health, but we're also talking about your spiritual health. Big themes, and we're going to see how they relate to each other as the reading progresses from the start to finish. We have a lot of work to do, Aries. I'm going to dive right into it. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch with me. Go ahead and hit the like button and build up the energy in here. There we go. What I'm doing now are my ritual cuts. Cuts the decks into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a separate order, and that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Do that with both of them here. And it's the same procedure as if you were here getting a personal private reading from me. And then they're ready to run. So let's get right into it. Health, storyline. Here we go. There's my main group. A nice little encapsulated bunch there. Not too many blockages. Should be quite easy to read. Now I need to pick apart where the breaks are. We are looking at 3 different stories. It's going to be done like this. 1, 2, and 3, or whatever order. I'm going to read them smallest to biggest. Now I just need more cards to get more information. This is going to be the big one up here. There's just no avoiding that at all. I'll move it to get it better in camera for you in just a moment here. I think that's it for these. It is. Now I need one major here, as well as here. Okay, so all the cards are pulled. They're all on the table now. Now I just need to get them so you can see them. This guy goes here. And that's just going to be the best we can do. So let's get right to it. Health scrub, health spread for Aries. Save you for last. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We start with an upside down house is what they show. So this is an upside down health, or in regards to your house or your home or your environment. A lot of perhaps maybe a deep cleaning is needed for your health here. A decision has not been made about your house or the environment. The environment that you surround yourself in, there's something looming. It's not, as a decision has not been made that needs to be made. It may be your decision, it may not be. I'm actually going to pull another card for that. I normally don't do that, but just to get a little extra for you. I want to make sure we nail this. For a lot of you, this is like a work thing. They're bringing up work move, a local move. It could be local move in regards to just moving your house locally, moving to a different home. It could also be your work is moving, or also that your work is at a kind of a crucifix, not a crucifix, a cross point here. In regards to, I mean, it's a very interesting, fascinating setup for health. And That, well, thank you. At least they gave me that. They said why. Like, it's confusing for me, so it's even more confusing for you, is what they're saying. I have the card Y, W-H-Y, with a question mark. So a very, very confusing situation with regards to your health here for storyline number 1. If maybe something's going on that doesn't make sense, maybe you've been sick for a while, you don't know why, or been, something going on at work, or being spread at work, something like that. All these kind of factors factor into story number 1. And they're saying some kind of decision needs to be made that hasn't. So maybe you're thinking about leaving, whether it's a home, whether it's work, some kind of health situation. It could even be, the way that you have built up your health. You may be completely changing it. You may be waiting to make a decision to change this. And they show that you're just at this point, this junction box, this junction point of where you're going to take this. And you're not really sure which way to go right now. As far as the advice, I don't know if there really is a lot. The only thing that I can really kind of reflect more on is that decision. They're talking about it not being made, so they want it to be made. They want you to not procrastinate. They want you to kind of step forward and do this. September is probably a good time as any to start focusing on whatever story number 1 is with your health, however it jumps into your health. I'm going to move into story number 2. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit handcuffed with that one. The themes were more kind of vague. Perhaps that's by design, but it makes it really hard for me to do my job. So hopefully you guys know what to do with that one. And if not, then here we go with story number 2, and then to 3. One of these are going to be yours. The first thing that they show here in story number 2 is emotional success. We have a love message coming in toward the beginning of the month. This is, for a lot of you, helping your health situation. They show physical injury comes up. Physical injury. I don't know what that would have to do with good love, but that's what they're saying. We have successful emotions. We have love message coming in. Beginning of the month, we have a deep understanding of you figuring this out here. That's good, because so far, I'm telling you, these have just been hard for me to read. And of course, I don't have context either. I mean, the bubble energy for all the Aries here, there's so many Aries tuning in. It's, it's general. There's a reason it's called a general reading. Now, also, I guess a good time to remind you that if you're looking for messages that are private, personal, specific only to you, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. Let me dive a little deeper into this. I'm going to actually pull another extra card. Again, not my normal thing, but when they give us this vague little thing, I feel like I got to do a little bit more. Okay, so this is a little clarity there. They're talking about a lot of you are doing this with somebody else. You're going on this health journey with somebody else, and that's why they're kind of pounding in the love aspect, because love is your family. It's your close friends. Anybody close to your love in your heart can fall into love. So whatever you're doing with your health in this regard, they're talking about doing it with somebody else. If you don't know what I'm talking about, perhaps you may want to establish it with somebody else. Go start a gym membership with somebody else. Find somebody else that has the same interest as you do, so you can kind of build off each other with it. That's kind of what it's all about here. We have a deep knowing. So intuitively, you guys, the ones that story number 2 is for, you know what is best and what your body needs here. And with that body injury card, I feel like you're kind of rehabbing yourself. It makes me feel like something that I did when I hurt my shoulder. I just kind of knew what I needed to do to fix it. I had to build up, muscle in my shoulder to help kind of the movement of it. So in that same way, I feel like a lot of you have this going on in story number 2, where you know what your body needs, you know what it's requesting, whether it's eating certain foods or whether it's exercise or just maybe more sleep, whatever it is for you. Your body is suffering and you know what to do about it. You have this deep kind of intuitive knowledge about it, and they are reinforcing that. They're saying that you're right and you do know what to do, but you have to do it. You have to still go through and pull the trigger on it, and they're bringing up doing it with a partner. Really good idea to do, especially if it's like a love partner. Yeah, really either way, but partnership, okay? So that's story number 2. As we get into story number 3, let me kind of spread this out a little bit more. I kind of jumbled it all together. so I could get it in the camera view for you. Okay, that makes more sense. Before I read that, I'm going to do the moon cycles because the moon cycle attaches directly to story number 2 in the form of bringing something new into your life. And that's the new moon energy. We have the new moon in September. I always do the moon forecasts in all my general readings to kind of let you know what's coming. We have the new moon on September 6th on Labor Day. That's a good time to bring something new into your life, such as this health kick, whatever you're doing with somebody else. Perfect time to do that is the beginning of the month. It doesn't have to be on the 6th. Just any time toward the beginning is ideal for that. Adversely, we have the full moon coming in on September the 20th. That's the best time to get something out of your life, something you don't want anymore. That would be something more like story number 1, when we talked about something weird going on with the home and a decision needs to be made, kind of this crossroads. It sounds like something needs to go. Something needs to be purged out of there. So that's full moon energy. That would be best put at the end of the month. Doesn't have to be on the 20th, just any time towards the later part of the month would be ideal for that. Now, I've put together a moon cycles cheat sheet that can help you with all these things, and it's just really for outline purposes, so you can implement things into your life better by placing them when the energy is at its peak or at its low, depending on what you're trying to do. So it's a reference tool that I put together. It's absolutely free. To get it, all you have to do is sign up for the newsletter. It's on the website, the very bottom. You enter like your first name, last initial, your email address, and you send that off. And I send you back the newsletter with your moon cycle cheat sheet. And that's not just good for September, it's good through the end of the year. So it's a good tool to help you navigate the rest of your year confidently. And the newsletter, I only send 1 email out per month. It's just for updates, and it's really a no-brainer. So definitely take advantage of that. And also the Facebook page. I'm doing giveaways now every month on the Facebook page, so make sure you follow that as well. Links are connected to everything on YouTube, Facebook, my site, my website. Everything is entangled together, so you can ping off of each other to find all of it. So that let's get into story 3. Let's dive right into it. Enough moon cycles. And okay. So story 3 is going to be a little bit more rare. Probably most of my people are going to fall into story number 2, a little bit into 1, and then 3 is going to be, it's a big one, but it's probably not common. They first start by talking about theft, loss, or deceit. It makes me feel like health is going to be lost. You're going to lose some health, which means it's their way of saying, if you translate it, the language is saying that you're going to get a little sick or you're going to get a little unhealthy in September. This is going to come quick. I have the Tower card. That means sudden collapse. Like sudden, it doesn't mean like collapse like you die. It means collapse like you went from being healthy to being unhealthy just like that. Hour, a day, whatever it is for you. It's just quick. It's just not like, oh, I feel it coming and, getting worse by the day. This is just a quick thing. It's not there one day and then the next day, surprise, it's there. So that's what they're warning you about here in story 3. Now this is, depending on when you're listening to this reading as well, keep in mind that this is for the entire month of September. So if you're listening to this at the beginning and you're like, oh, I'm healthy, I don't need to worry about this, that's great. But if you get unhealthy, like they said, toward the end of the month, say, for example, after you've already listened to this, come back and listen to this again because, the timing. Just because you listen to it at the beginning of the month, this reading is for the entire thing. It's not just for the beginning. So we have that sudden collapse. We have, they do show that it could be brutal for a lot of you, but it's not going to last. You're going to overcome it. They show the War and Chaos card upside down. It's showing that you're going to come out of that. Okay. So this is not like a forever thing. It's just kind of letting you know. Perhaps you can even, it's probably a good advice month for Aries to kind of bulk up on your vitamins and minerals too. My favorites are always A, B, C, D, zinc when you feel something weird coming. Yeah, this is more toward the end of the month. I have that you actually see this coming. It's weird because they say it happens fast, but at the same time they say you see it. So it's a weird mix of energy here, guys. Very weird. But be prepared. It's, if there's something looming, like let's say it's like not about your choices, let's say it's just a fate-driven thing and you're just supposed to get sick in September for whatever reason. Hopefully by listening to this we can lighten that load a little bit. So like I said, bulk up on the vitamins and minerals. That way, whatever it is and how it affects you, hopefully it's a little lighter in the severity of it. The next thing that we have to talk about is the Emperor, the God card, the almighty, authoritative set. They really want you to kind of be the boss of your health. I have leaving something behind and letting it go, moving on. So for a lot of you, this is a habit. This could be a person, not likely. I mean, for some of you, a bad toxic thing may be affecting your health, but for most of you, this is like habitual. This is a habit, or this is a way of emotional baggage of some sort, something that's affecting your health. They want you to purge this out. They want you to take the greatest authority in the world of it in the form of the Emperor and get rid of it. They show that you're not nurturing your health enough. I guess that's kind of common knowledge if we're talking about this, but story number 3, if you've kind of been slacking on your health, not taking care of yourself the way you should, good month to start doing it in September. Really need focus on it. You need to nurture your health. We have exchanging gifts as the Oracle card. It's interesting how that works. Be careful about spreading. If you start feeling sick, you may want to isolate yourself. And also, try to stay away from other people, perhaps, who are sick or have, symptoms, stuff like that. Because we have exchanging going on. And the card is exchanging gifts, but we're not talking about gifts here. We're talking about health, bacteria, viruses, stuff like that. So exchange means something different to me here, is what I'm saying. So just kind of be aware of that. You don't have to be afraid of it or anything like that. Again, just be aware. Really, is awareness is what we're trying to bring to this story here in story number 3. Probably the best advice I can give for that. Now we're going to get into the Chakra Scrub, the spiritual health, and see how this kind of attaches. Now I'm going to shuffle the cards real fast, so I'm going to not make you wait for that, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the reason I do that is just to give them the opportunity to reuse some of those same cards, if that's a better way to describe what they're about to tell us than what would have otherwise been used to do so. So that's why I just give that a quick shuffle. Going to do the ritual cut, which I always do, and then we're going to run the Chakra Scrub. Now I go top to bottom on this, so we start with your head and work our way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seeing if we have any more to do here. All right, I'm going to start with the Aries of concern. And then we'll talk about the good stuff too. There is a lot of good stuff here. Okay, there's good. It's a mix. Yeah, just like most things in life, it is a mix. But there are good things here as well. Just going to start with the Aries of concern. We have some blockages on your orange here, your orange chakra. It's, that is more your emotional factory, if you will. It's blocked. It's not saying it's bad. It's just blocked. It would be good health or new health, but it's coming in blocked. So it's saying it's not here yet, or it's just the timing is not right. So it needs a little bit more work. That also can translate into your lower stomach. That may need some work as far as purifying. Something to keep in mind. What was that? Milk thistle is really good for like liver stuff and kidney stuff. Just throwing it out there. Problems. And a twin it. I have they show that your very top, your crown, your purple, is kind of like in a status of war. So spiritual health wise, a lot is having trouble getting through. And this is more your connection to the lunar, the universe, the cosmic energies, less about Earth and more about the above. the higher realms. So they're saying that that is having a hard time getting through to you. So any kind of work you could do on your crown chakra, whether it's guided meditations or just really focusing on that while you meditate, or prayer, or whatever it is for you, it's a battle. A battle is going on there for your crown. Your third eye is coming in blocked, so for a lot of you, you're probably just not using it enough. I mean, that's that would be me if I wasn't in this line of work. Like, truthfully, like, that's an area where, you know, it's really easy to neglect, and it's kind of just like anything else. If you don't like use it, you lose it. So keep an open mind, or open eye, I guess, that your third eye is coming in blocked. Okay. The next thing here we have for throat, they have the Lover's card blocked. This is more communication. You need to be better about communicating with your loved one. That's what I get out of this. Communicating with them. It affects your spiritual. It's not so much a health-like thing, but it's more of just kind of an advice thing, I guess I can give you, is that, you know, you really need to work on your communication with your partner. It's coming in hindered. It's saying co-create. So you're going to get a big spiritual boost if you do that. Your throat chakra is going to like open up and like glow that light blue color if you do things with your partner in September. Very big theme there. There's a lot that you can do. They kind of show in the card co-create, we have a cheetah and we have an owl, and they're kind of like at different levels. So it's almost like your relationship, you're together but you're apart, if that makes sense. And do more things together in September. I think that would really benefit both of you, and the communication aspect specifically is going to be huge. It's going to be huge for Aries. In it to win it there. I don't think there's anything else bad to talk about. Let's move on to the good. So the good, obviously, is if you turn that around. The good is if you start working on your third eye. As far as the unblocking it, it's just probably calcified. We have in it to win it on heart. That's good. You're all in it to win it. Heart's going good. Not much to say about when it's going good. That's just kind of how it works. But, you know, I like to give the full forecast, not just focus on a couple things. A lot of you are paying a lot of attention to your yellow chakra. This is your will. This is your due. This is your free will and your ambition. A lot of you are paying a lot of attention to that in September. It's a good thing. You know, I view it as neutral. It's not good nor bad. It is what it is. So a lot of you are paying attention to it. That's fine. And whether you're addressing, you know, getting it better, or you're just doing a lot, Whatever it is, it's showing good. I'm not really concerned with it. End of the story. Number one, your root chakra. They're just showing, be careful about what you hear. They're saying a lot of you are going to hear interesting things in September. Yeah, we got a bird coming out of the ear hole of a skull. So, I mean, I don't know how else to put that. You know, little bird in your ear. Watch what you hear. That's not so much a spiritual health thing, but again, they're using this to bring up messages for your month that are going to be important in one way or another for different people. So that is our entire spread. And now, not just the health spread in the storyline, but also the chakra scrub. We've been through like the physical health and also the spiritual health, and they've brought up little things that have to do with other parts of your life too. So it's been a very interesting spread. I hope that you find these messages well and can implement positive change. That's what it's all about, and that's where we're going to wrap up for September. I'd like you to subscribe if you have not, like the post, and that way you'll get future videos. I do these every single month, and remember to follow the Facebook page as well for the giveaways, and that's going to do it. So that's it for September, and I will see you guys in October.